All right, at the end of April, most Minnesotans are used to hitting off the beach or the sand, not off the tundra and the snow. All right, so if you can't make it down here for Thanksgiving to help out, it's all right. You can still volunteer. They're going to start ringing the bells for the red kettles starting on Friday.
It's fun to bring some life and just whimsy to the town.
Such a big goal for such a small town.
A lot of people don't know where the town of Malacca is.
When they try to tell people where it is they are, they usually get a familiar response.
How far away is that?
A lot of them get confused that we're near Mille Lacs Lake, and that's the first thing that we have to tell people, that no, we're not in Mille Lacs Lake.
It's very easy to get to, but it's also very easy to forget. And that's what the people of Malacca wanted to change.
We'd like to beautify the town.
So they started with something that goes unnoticed. Some might describe it as,
Besides invisible, in desperate need of attention.
a lot of attention.
They were pretty ugly.
Pinkish and all paint's all chipped up.
So they got the town together.
It's people helping out people.
We all kind of found our little niche.
Some cleaned, some applied a fresh coat, and some created.
I have to outline it all and then color in the eyes, yeah, and then I'm done.
Actually, they recreated.
I like the Monsters Inc. one that's fronted teals, and I like Tigger.
And they kept going until the hydrants were animated.
We've designed 14 so far. We have 8 completed, 6 are in progress, and I have like 4 more on the back burner.
The first character got going, that's when the characters took off.
From a princess saving plumber to a bouncy cat and even a yellow guy who can't eat enough ghosts, they've all been a hit.
It's getting harder to paint, especially when we're on the main streets, because people are constantly stopping. And they just love them. They just have nothing but good things to say about them.
They put the grouch next to the garbage collector and the dog next to the vet. And hopefully, they put Malacca on your map the next time you take 169 up north.
Just something little like a fire hydrant can really change, your outlook on the whole city.
From Malacca,
it's something unique to our city, and that's what we need.
Josh Nguyen, UTVS News. Coming up on UTVS News, find out how St. Cloud will benefit from the plans President Obama made right here in St. Paul. For Jerry and Katie, this match has been 10 years in the making.
I get a hug on this one.
You do.
And it all started with a lucky draw.
The argument is that I'm human, that I say I'm human and you say I'm not human, that if I compromise with you, then I can never be fully human. And when we compromised with Black History Month, then we will never be fully a part of American history.
Over the past 3 years, the university has built up the campus one step at a time. The first step was a brand new science building, which cost around $40 million. Another step was a $15 million upgrade to the new hockey center. Another step for the university was our station. We were given a $5 million upgrade. So when the university said they want to take a step back from spending, that leaves some people very confused.
There is anxiety because people don't know exactly what's going to be happening. And
Tammy McGee is the VP of Finance for the university, and there is a clear answer to how they got here.
from a financial standpoint, our enrollment has gone down.
So with less money coming in, it was time to make some cuts.
Took 5% of every department's budget and put it in a hold. We called it a holdback.
Even 5% for some departments could hold them back in a major way.
We expect them, so we live with them.
This round of cuts poses nothing new for Walter Naprokowski, the science tech for the theater department. It just brings another set of challenges.
We always feel like we're the poor cousins. Yeah, we have to make do with what we have.
We've always been on a tight budget here. I know with the facilities here, nothing's really up to date. We don't have the storage, but we always make it work.
When times get hard, the students work harder. And Carol Cooley, the costume director, knows exactly where they would be without them.
You wouldn't see the product that you see. You would not see the quality of shows that we're putting on stage.
So with the budget being smaller, the lights may be dimmed, but for now, it won't close the curtain on the theater department.
Sitting in the corner and crying about it is not going to do anything to get the show done. So you make the adjustment.
Voila.
Tammy said with this move, it gives the university about 2 or 3 years to figure it out, but she did stress they need to figure out something much sooner than later.
Okay, and what are some things that they're working on currently?
You know what, Danielle, it's a whole campus problem. They're looking into how many dorms are needed to how much staff they need within athletics, but the main thing is they're not going to hire or fire anyone. The only people that they will hire are deemed essential staff.
Okay, thanks so much, Josh.
You and Dr. West have been in the headlines recently with your comments about the president. You said that he's almost neglecting poor people. What would you like to see more from him, and just clarify a little more?
The short answer is poverty is threatening our very democracy.
The goal of the bill is to keep in line with inflation. Let's look at some of the things that we use every day, like gas. In 2006, gas was $2.59 a gallon. Today, it's $3.68.
Says the people will feel sorry for you if you fail because of racism, but they will not respect you. People respect people who overcome circumstances and do things that that are more than they should have been able to do. Took the my little stash of drugs that I had and my needle, went off to the toilet, flushed it down the toilet. Haven't used drugs since that time. It was at that moment that I realized that I had an opportunity to direct my life, and I decided that nobody was going to take me off my game. The fact of the matter is, if you believe it, you'll work harder. And if you work harder, things happen for you. Doesn't mean you're going to get all the things you want out of life, but the fact of the matter is you're going to get a lot more. If you allow other people to create a perception in your mind that you can't make it because of discrimination or whatever, then what you do is you wind up saying no for people. That at some point in your life you have to decide that I'm responsible for the next minute of my life and every minute thereafter. And regardless of how it turns out, I'm still responsible for it. And if I want it to change, I can fix it. My realization of that came out of necessity. Either figure out a way to stay out of prison or spend the rest of your life in prison. Well, I figured out a way to stay out of prison, first of all.